Hello everyone, my name is Igor and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the different Graco spray tips available in Australia and how to choose the right one for your project. We'll focus on the Graco RAC X range, which means we'll be using the blue RAC X tip guard, compatible with all tips we're discussing today. We've got three main types: the blue tips, green FFLP tips and yellow low pressure tips. This is our most popular range by far, so I'll take you through what each of these tips is used for and help you decide which one is right for you. First up, we've got the blue tips. These are your professional all-rounders and are suitable for residential, commercial and industrial jobs. You can use them for interior and exterior wall painting, and these tips offer a balanced approach between paint flow and fun pattern, making them perfect for both large and small-scale projects. Whether you're painting a house or working on a big commercial project, blue tips give you that reliable, versatile performance. Next, let's talk about the green FFLP spray tips, which stands for Fine Finish Low Pressure. These are designed for those smaller, more detailed jobs like woodwork, cabinetry, staircases, doors, and skirting boards. What makes them stand out is their ability to atomize paint at a much lower pressure. For example, if you'd normally need 2000 psi to atomize your paint with a standard tip, you might be able to do the same job with around 1500 psi using the FFLP tips. This means less paint wastage, less wear and tear on your pump, and most importantly, less overspray. What's happening inside the tip is a pre-atomizing disc that breaks the paint into smaller particles, so you get that fine finish without needing high pressure. And just a quick note, you'll notice these tips use even numbers for their sizes, like 414 instead of 415. Nothing to worry about, it's just a part of how these tips are designed for finer control. Now let's move on to the yellow LP tips. LP stands for low pressure, just like with the green FFLP tips, but these are designed for larger projects. They've got the same smart atomizing technology as the FFLP tips, but they are better suited for interior residential paint jobs, where you need more coverage. While they're not quite as fast as the blue tips, they still give you that lower pressure advantage with less overspray and greater precision, which is really important if you're doing a large room or a big interior project. You get the best of both worlds here: efficiency and control. So let's talk about the tip sizing, as this is a question we get asked all the time. What size of the tip should I be using for this job? Each tip has a 3-number code. The first number refers to the fun pattern. To make it easier, you can double the first number to get a rough idea of the spray fan size in inches from about 10 inches away. For example, if you have 4/12 tip, the first number 4 double gives you around 8 inches of fan width. The next two numbers represent the size of the hole in thousandths of an inch. So a 4/12 tip has a 12 1/1000th inch opening. If you need more paint flow, you would increase the last two digits. For instance, a 4/14 tip would give you the same fan but with more paint coming through. You've got to be careful with how you adjust the sizes. For example, let's say you're using 4/16 tip and the spray pattern is too wide. You might think switching to a 1/14 tip will give you a narrow 4/2-inch pattern, but remember, the amount of paint coming through stays the same. So you would end up with the same volume of paint, but it's now being concentrated into a much smaller area, which means you would have to move a lot faster to avoid overloading the surface. To avoid that, instead of just reducing the fan size, you might also want to lower the hole size to something like an 8 or 10. This gives you a more manageable flow for smaller areas. One last thing to consider is filters. For tips with an opening of 14 thousandths or smaller, use a 100 mesh filter. For larger tips, go to 60 mesh, and for very thick materials, you might even need a 30 mesh filter, or, in some cases, no filter at all. Each spray tip comes with a tip seal. Make sure to use the right one. The FFLP tips, for example, come with a smaller hole in the seal, so don't mix and match these seals with other tips. I hope this video helps you choose the right spray tip for your next project. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, if you found this helpful, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.